Hi everyone, it's me, Jonas. I'm glad I am back for another episode of Autistic Adventures. Sorry I haven't been doing much of the recording lately. What with, school or rather college life, as well as working on my startup and, trying to catch up on my gaming. Sometimes things slip away from me. Anyways, I'm glad I finally have a chance to start recording this. And look outside here. This is in my room. No, I'm not in my room. I'm in my Friday class, which is a hybrid for medieval art. But today, I'm here to talk about the emotional beast control that each and everyone's either possess, trying to gain, or rather lack of. You know, there comes a time when there are different days that which we might get too frustrated, either because we're being scolded or lectured, or if sometimes we feel like the instructor is trying to say like it is specifically you who do not understand or who are pretty much have never done something like this before. It's like, what the hell, man? I know how to do this. Yes. Well, that kind of stuff happened to me. Trust me, it wasn't the instructor's fault, and the reasons behind my frustrations, that's not my fault at all. Just joking. I meant it's not anyone's fault. Not my parents, not my friends, not my instructors. Hell, not even some random stranger that I just meet whenever I go out and socialize or come across whenever I go to certain places for either appointments or to hang out at, or pretty much just to pretty much sightsee. No, I'm pretty much the problem, or better yet, all of us, each of us, are the ones who cause those frustrations within us because, well, hell, we work too much, right? Yeah. Well, guess what? We shouldn't. We shouldn't focus on everything right away. Because if you keep your emotions bottled up, if you just throw out your frustrations out on someone other than yourself, then pretty much you're pretty much the jerk. You're the asshole that is slowly distancing your own family, your own friends away from you. Well, the latter part, on the other hand, because we're in this pandemic, I guess technically we need to social distance from our friends every once in a while. But still, I mean, I'm just saying for family that you do stay with, pretty much they're not to blame, okay? They're just there to help you, to help unwind you and see the mistakes that you made. They're not doing that to scold you. No. They're just doing that because they care about you, because they care about us, because they know that we are working hard to achieve the dreams that we want, the futures that we are working harder and harder to claim with our own hands because we're almost done with our education or we are almost there due to all of our hard work. And guess what? What happens? What would you do if somehow you were so close yet someone they snatch it from you? What? You would pretty much say things like, "Why you good for nothing, mother?" Or basically, you would say, "This is all your fault, all your fault." Or pretty much, you would pretty much go something like, "You know what? Screw this. Screw you. Screw everyone that has tr- to tell me I can't do this or tries to break me down." Because I am never want to see your face again. Well, that's not good, man. Believe me, I know that. Because sometimes little things just bring you to your ugly side, and I don't like that. I resent myself for having to do that from time to time. Believe it or not, I wasn't always like this. When I was growing up, I was just a kid without a care in the world. I just love doing the things that I love to do, you know, whether it's like gaming, drawing, watching anime. I just pretty much feel more myself with me having inner peace and all that. Just a calm, happy person. But nowadays, I'm just working too much because there's just so much to do. No, no, I mean, well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I enjoy my art courses more than anyone, but when it comes to the business aspects of my own startup, let's just say it pretty much kills the part that is about life, the part that isn't about business, you know, because most people nowadays, whether within or outside of the country, they all they say is the American culture is all about getting rich, you know? I mean, don't get me wrong, I do want to make a living. I want to make a living to provide not just for myself, but for my family and sorry, sorry. What the heck is out there? You know, is that like, is there some kind of animal that's been experimented here or something? Because yeah, yeah. But nevertheless, yeah. I mean, I'm not just doing this for myself, not just for my dream, but I guess you could say is I just want people, especially those with the artistic skills, the business skills, to pretty much fund it as well as to operate and make connections with, as well as many other factors of the aspect of, of producing an anime series per episode, is that I want them all to have a rallying cry, some some voice that is actually trying to tell them, hey, you have great talent, and I like that, you know. You all have, each of you possess both the potential and the talent to actually make something of not just your lives, but of course, those of you that have the artistic skills to actually try to work on the fields that I want to offer someday in the future. Because, or the soon, the near future, if you will, because there are those of you that have artistic skills, such as with the creative writing, the hand drawing, as well as digitizing things, along with animation or such, and more, you know, more that they can do. Because there isn't that much business of what I'm trying to start up here in, or at least that much in Texas, especially down here in the valley, because no one ever bothered to try to do that, but I am, you know. I'm currently trying my best. And even though I might not succeed in the first part, that's not going to stop me from continuing trying no matter what. Because it's not just my own skills I believe in. I want others to know that they can also believe in themselves too, just as I want to believe them. Because right now, there are people that have talent, but they don't have either the vision or the time or even the, you know, motivation to pretty much try to at least follow in a similar way, because they don't know what to do with their lives, you know. I'll take a hint. Somewhere around maybe 70, 74% of high school graduates here in Brownsville and other parts of South of the Rio Grande Valley, they pretty much finish school, but then they decide, either they decide they don't know what to do with their lives, or they just want to just work for minimum wage, never thinking about going to college. Well, guess what? Some of them make that choice either because they don't give a damn, or because they're too scared of going to college, and pretty much too scared to at least earn some failures every now and then, you know, because they think they're not worth of anything. Well, guess what? I think similar like that of the latter part. That sometimes whenever I don't pass, I think, my God, oh my God, this is the start of something worse. Or, I'm never gonna graduate from college. I'm never gonna get what I want. Well, guess what? It's not true. It's not true. So, what if you might fail an assignment or a test every now and then? It's the end results that matters because you're still trying. There's no shame in trying, especially the part about never letting your inner beast to be set free in anger and rage, because all that will do is destroy you. It'll destroy your reputation, your good name, and of course the trust that people are already giving you, because it's not good to throw everything away because of several trivial matters. We all have an inner savage beast inside of us because, as Mr. Fox once stated in that animated movie called Fantastic Mr. Fox, sure, we can do everything the right order. We can keep on trying, but sometimes there's some way, somehow, there's something within us that makes us want to unleash the beast, or rather, want us to finally claim what we think is rightfully ours. Well, yeah, there are some unfair people around the world that might try to steal something from you, either your works, your pretty much your business, or even your own ideas. Well, reason sometimes we might do things that we later on regret from ever doing. I guess the answer is simple, because somewhere deep within us are wild animals. There's pretty much sometimes a wild animal inside of me. But despite my frustrations, despite whatever sort of harsh words someone might say to me, I just keep it inside. I keep it inside, and when I get home, I just find ways to unleash it without breaking anything, mind you. I'm not encouraging any of you to try to do like vandalizing or breaking your own properties, because, it's not cool, man. I mean, it's not, that's not the angle I'm trying to say. But nevertheless, we all have something that we want to say, something that sometimes we feel like life isn't pretty much fair, or pretty much giving us what we've waited so long to have. Well, guess what? I mean, not everything in life is supposed to be given to you. You have to earn it. I mean, pretty much I know I've I've lived in the same apartment for about 4, maybe 5 or 6 years already, and I'm I'm still waiting for the chance to finally have a home of my own, both me and my mother. Sure, it gives us a lot of emotional heartbreaks, but nevertheless, we're enduring the most that we can, because in the end, everything that we've ever wanted, everything that I also want to have in life, it will come. We just need to find a better way to convert or synergize the the rage and anger that's inside of each and every one of us, because somewhere deep inside of us we are wild animals, but we are good people. I mean, sure, we may not always do the right thing at first glance, but nevertheless, that's why we need to just find our center, or rather, find something that is happening, like either streaming on video game walkthroughs, or pretty much find something humorous but nothing too severely damaging to your brain, so that we can pretty much venture it around, at least in private, because Let's face it, if we say it out in public, people are gonna say, "What the? What is wrong with this guy? What did he do?" Yeah, I get it. It's just it's too irresistible to let it free, you know? To just let our inner selves go because heck, that's just the way we were built, right? Or maybe it's just a little bit there's like a bit of a violent side to us. And trust me, it's not just the TV's fault, mind you. I'm talking about way before TV was even invented, you know? Because there's just some pretty much built-in installation in our brains that just keeps on telling us that pretty much claw his claw his ass out, or pretty much saying, "Are you gonna take it from him?" Or the self-conscious within us is saying, "No, don't do it, man. Trust me, don't do it. It won't. It won't. It may make you good at first, but in the end, it'll just ruin you because people will be afraid of who you've become." Yeah, it's not what you are on the outside, you know. It's what's it's who you are that is actually what matters, you know. So, either like take deep breaths, find something that pretty much helps you focus on what you have to do, and pretty much everything will pretty much work out, you know. Sure, there's times when some people just plainly annoys you or pretty much irritates you, but just, you know, ignore them, you know. Just just let them get it out and ignore them because eventually once they stop bothering you, they pretty much know that their jokes aren't funny anymore. And of course, it's not just I'm talking about bullying. It's just people that pretty much takes you off the wrong way, or pretty much something that unleashes the inner beast in you. Now, using anger may not always work, but you need to learn how to channel it in terms like self-defense, or pretty much using it to make something creative, you know? After all, not everyone may get it right the first time, you know? But nevertheless, as long as you try and keep trying and never giving up, then you'll get it. After all, I'm in college right now. I'm pretty much in my semi-final semester, almost at the end of it, and pretty much I'll finally be able to do what I want because following my passion will lead me to others, and it will lead us to the goals that not just what I want, but what we want as a whole, to make it possible that America isn't just pretty much importing items from other lands, or at least that's not what the legacy of the U.S. should always be about. It should be about us also valuing our own hard work, as well as to make something that people can either see, touch, listen, or pretty much all of the above, because each and every one of us is a raging beast that's waiting to come out. But at the same time, there's also a better ways to tame it than just letting our you know our raw emotions take control of us, because no matter what happens in the future, no matter what obstacles you have to overcome, you should never stop trying. So yeah, I'm I'm just glad that I had the time to connect with you and talk to you about this session. But anyways, I should probably get going. I have class to do, and you know, just find ways to control that temper of yours, and pretty much the futures and the callings that you're longing for, they'll come for you. I'm Jonas Orduña, signing off. So, have a good day.